Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to another timeless general reading. It is general. Please keep that in mind. It's definitely not going to resonate with everyone. However, I do ask that everyone receives at least one message in the video. So you may be a person that gets a couple of messages out of the entire video. And if you do, then please leave the rest behind. Some of you will receive messages throughout the entire video. It will be spot on. So hopefully that is the case for majority of you, but I'm not expecting that. It is also timeless. When you're drawn to watch it is when you need to trust that that's when you need these messages. It could be 6 months from now. It could be right after I upload them. Thank you all for viewing, liking, sharing, subscribing. If you enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it, as that allows my channel to grow. I appreciate it. So let's go. This deck is Tarot Illuminati. Okay, we're ready. First card out. 5 of Cups. The Empress, nice. The World, beautiful. 10 of Wands. Prince of Pentacles. The High Priestess, wow. And right under the World, you've got some stuff coming in, Sagittarius. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, and part of the overall energy is the Queen of Cups. I love this deck. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so give me a minute to take a look at your cards, get a feel for the energies, and any messages coming through. Okay, Sagittarius. There's a very strong message here, and it doesn't feel to me like it's a love message as far as romantic love goes. This is more in regards to you and what you're going through at this point in time or are about to go through. Now, overall energy is the bottom of the deck combined with the center card. And bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups could be your person if this is in regards to love. If it is a love reading, it's your growth and expansion so that you can commit and be in that, that relationship that you want to be in. There's growth necessary before that can take place, okay? Queen of Cups, if it is your person, would be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Now, the center of the spread card and the other part of your overall energy is the Prince of Pentacles, or in other words, the Knight of Pentacles. So very slow forward movement, but trustworthy, committed, reliable, responsible. This is the one knight in the deck that will definitely make it to that finish line and cross it, where the other ones, they don't generally stick it out for that long. So your overall energy is hang in there, because the energy around the Queen of Cups is one of contentment, emotional security, emotional balance. She's very intuitive. You also have the High Priestess here, and we'll get to that in a minute, but they are right beside each other. Where I always set down this deck, right next to the Queen of Cups, is the High Priestess. And that, again, intuition, psychic abilities, up-leveling, downloading, raising of your consciousness to a higher state or a higher vibratory level. So, but slow and steady wins the race, right? You're not to be moving quickly through this. I don't think you're capable of moving quickly through this, honestly, with the messages that are coming through. This is something that has been taking time. It's happened over time, and it's going to continue to happen over time. So this is where you're at-ish, because time is an illusion. And you have the Five of Cups. This is a very cold and icy looking card. It is normally a card that speaks of regrets from the past. And yes, that is what it represents here, but in a way that this is what's bubbling up to the surface. This is things from the past, old negative emotions, guilt, shame, regret, things that took place in the past that are coming back up to the surface. In order for you, if you look in the card, behind this person are two cups. This is the Two of Cups. This is that love partnership, okay? So this could be a reading of romantic partnership, but it's designed by Spirit to point out what needs to take place before you can have that romantic relationship, okay? Anyways, these things are bubbling up to the surface so that they can be released from you. You are peeling back the layers, so to speak. You're getting to your true, authentic self, right? So what has to happen is all of those things that sit deep down inside of us, we don't even sometimes know they're there until they surface. And then we get into that place, or we find ourselves in that place all of a sudden of being unhappy, distraught, disheveled, not understanding what's going on. Why am I feeling this? What is this? I myself have gone through the same thing, things from my long ago past coming up to the surface to be relived and released. Okay, so this is what's happening to you. It's because you're going through a rebirth, a growth, an expansion. You are becoming the Empress. Now, keep in mind, this is an energy, okay? It's not necessarily a gender thing. It doesn't mean this is only for females. It's the Empress is the queen above the queens. So she sits high above all the other queens. The High Priestess sits above the Empress. You are growing. You've got a queen, an Empress, and the High Priestess. So you're going from queen energy, king energy, however you want to look at it, to the Empress or Emperor, which sits above the queens or the kings, into the High Priestess or High Priest, if you want to look at it that way, male or female. You're growing, you're expanding spiritually, soulfully, and moving into this new world. This is you becoming very, very stripped bare, naked, if you will, vulnerable, having to let go of past cycles and moving into that new cycle that's coming through for you. Now, like I said, this is where you're at-ish, because time is an illusion. This is where you're headed. These are your overall energies. This is your path from point A to point B. And next on your path is feeling very overwhelmed, very tired, very overworked, there's unbalance in your life. And it's because of everything that's going on. This is going to create that imbalance in your world because you're moving along thinking everything's going great. And you're just moving forward in your life and boom, these old emotions are brought to the surface to be released for the growth and expansion so that you can shift into that new world stripped bare of any baggage. that you have been carrying, that's been overburdening you and overwhelming you, whether you see it or not, whether you realize it or not, that's what it's been doing to your energy. And when our energy is overburdened, overtaxed, whether we feel it or not, it's there, and it's what's being put out to the universe. Your emotions are the magnet that draw things to you, that draw experiences and situations to you. So the last thing you want is for the Ten of Wands to be a part of your energy, right? And then we've already talked about the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Slow movement. Take it easy. Then we move into the High Priestess. Again, more growth, more expansion. There is a lot of growth going on here in this time period for you, Sagittarius. Buckle up. Get yourself grounded, because, like I said, you're in the place of Queen of Cups. You're being grown and expanded into the Empress, moving out of a cycle into a brand new cycle, completely naked and vulnerable, feeling the overwhelmment. And after that, like, that's not bad enough, then you make a shift into the High Priestess. This is exponential growth, Sagittarius. This is going to feel overwhelming, to say the least. I just excuse me, I just came out of a growth and expansion period like you're in or going into. It took quite a while. Knight of Pentacles. It was about 2.5 months from very beginning to completion. Now, keep in mind, I'm not trying to scare you off or make you feel dread moving forward. It starts off here, and then it climbs and climbs, and it reaches its climax, and then it starts to come back down again. It is climbing a mountain, literally. So that is what you're doing, a big mountain. But where it's taking you is the Ten of Pentacles. This is happy home life. This is family around you. This is long-term stability. It's long-term relationships, long-term financial success and growth. It's bringing you everything you want. Everything. And keep in mind, this Ten of Wands, it's a 10. It's an ending. So you can have the one, which it turns into, and have that new beginning. And that new beginning is long-term success, happiness, love, wish fulfillment. It's not the wish fulfillment card. However, the Ten of Pentacles is you've grown in a way that you are going to now be successful in every area of your life. And at that point in time, you will be celebrating. This is also very much a card of commitment. It can represent engagement, marriage. It can also represent just a reason to celebrate, to want to celebrate with your friends and family, because there's so much excitement going on in your life that this Ten of Pentacles brings to you. Your outcome position is where you're headed. Two of Pentacles. You are possibly going to feel like you're in a very stormy situation. It's upheaval. It's similar to a tower moment. Not obviously as bad because you don't have the tower here. But if you look at the seas behind him, it's very stormy. The ships are topsy-turvy on the water. They are moving into this storm, because if you look behind the one ship, I don't know if you can see it, the waters look calm. So this is you feeling very much like you're moving from, like I said, you're just moving forward in your life, doing your thing, having a good time, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. And this is what you're feeling after you go through this. This is where you're headed. It's like, whoa. And you will feel very much like you're juggling things. This is understandable, but it's not where you want to be. This is moving from calm waters into stormy waters. You don't want to be there for very long, because that is, again, emotion that's going out to the universe. It's going to attract more upheaval to your world, okay? Now, this is something that you have no control over. This is a major arcana card. This is a major arcana card. This is a major arcana card. These are all growth and expansion cards for you, okay? This is not in your control. You cannot stop this from happening. It's happening, and it's happening to move you to this better place, to this happiness, this reason to celebrate. Finally, Sagittarius, you guys have been working so hard, struggling to achieve better things in your life. It's finally going to pay off. But when it starts happening, you're not going to see it fully, okay? You're going to still be in all of this up here, because it's the world, it's this peeling back those layers and stripping yourself bare to get you to this higher level or higher state of consciousness, this high priestess. That's what's going to set you off. That's what's going to make you feel out of balance. That's the second time that's happened. You're going to have difficulty communicating, apparently, because I am having difficulty communicating. You're going to be at a loss for words. That's what this is going to do to you. You're going to be at a loss. You're going to feel like you're at a loss. You're not going to be at a loss because of what you're headed to. What this expansion is doing for you in your life. I just want to see if there's any more messages here for you. This shift that you're making into Empress, you've been making this. You started making this shift a long time ago. We're talking weeks, months, some of you possibly years. This has been work that's been ongoing, or at least Spirit has been trying to move you forward in this direction, because the Knight of Pentacles is all about slow and steady. Things that have been going on for a long time finally coming to fruition. So this growth into Empress has been taking a while, but it is about to come into fruition. You are about to have that end result. And it's going to take you to the Three of Cups. Joy, bliss, happiness, love, celebration, commitment. Being stripped bare is what's going to shift you into High Priestess level. Try not to allow that to upset your balance. We've already gone through this, but it's important. Spirit is bringing it back around for a second time, because this is so important that you don't end up here. And if you do, you find a way to soothe yourself through this and gain that balance back, whether it's through meditation, going for long walks in nature, a hot bath to ground yourself. Get grounded. Definitely get yourself grounded, because at that point, nothing can knock you over. Nothing can knock you out of balance. And that's where you need to be in order to continue moving forward with this growth and expansion. Spirit wants you to know that this bubbling up to the surface of these old emotions, these could be lifelong emotions, something that happened, in childhood. And like I said, you might not even be aware that they're there, but it's necessary to rid yourself of all of the spilt milk in your love life, in your life period, in order for you to come together with your soulmate, with your person. It's going to feel very overwhelming. You're going to feel tired, exhausted. Rest. Get the rest that's necessary, okay? Because from this Ten of Wands, you will move into the Ace of Wands, which is that brand new, passionate beginning that you've been wanting and waiting for, and takes you to the Ten of Pentacles. Long-term success in every aspect of your life. Every aspect. Love, money, happiness. Okay, I want to get a motivation manifesto card for you. What else can we tell Sagittarius angels? Please and thank you. Thank you, angels. Okay, that card came out very odd, in a very odd way, but meant to be yours. While I was shuffling, though, I did get a message from Spirit. Spirit wants me to point out that the work that you're doing here up to this point is what is slowly moving you toward your queen or king. Your person, your soulmate, okay? Because if you notice, the Prince of Pentacles, he's facing the Queen of Cups. So this is you. You had to go through this because it was slowly moving you forward to your queen. Now, after that, to bring things to fruition, you're needing to expand into High Priestess level. That's what's going to bring you all of this success, happiness, celebratory times, right? So when you reach this place here, you will have gone through majority of your growth and expansion. Time-wise, after this point, you have the biggest expansion of your life, shifting into High Priestess, okay? Don't fear it. Move through it. Move with it. Just know that it is going to come to an end. All will be well. It is what's necessary, and it is taking you someplace absolutely beautiful. Now, the card that came out for the Motivation Manifesto is, we are not slave to our history. We can be freed by our conscious thoughts and disciplined habits. There couldn't have been a more perfect card. You are being released from being a slave to your history, your past. You're being freed by your conscious thoughts and disciplined habits. You're being stripped bare. You're being stripped bare of any ego, any and all egotistical ways of thinking and being. You're still going to have an ego. Everybody needs that. It's what keeps us safe, right? But in our 3D way of living as a human being, we are taught that that's where we live from, is a place of ego. And you are now being stripped of that to move into knowing that the actual place that you need to live from is your inner guidance system, your inner being, your soul, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, source. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I want to get a Synchronicity Oracle card for you now. What else can we tell Sagittarius angels? Please and thank you. Thank you, angels. No kidding. Okay, we have 3 cards. First one out. Emotional Mirroring, 1001. I created this deck because I was seeing numbers all the time, and I wanted to know what they meant. So I felt if I need to know what they mean, everyone else might need to know, or a lot more people out there, the collective, might need to know. So 1001 was something that I was seeing quite regularly, and my guide told me that that means emotional mirroring. And if you look at the number, that's exactly what the number's doing. It's mirroring itself. And so this is all about you and your soulmate or your twin flame, your person. Whatever you're feeling, they're feeling. Whatever you're going through here, they are going through as well, okay? Next card out is definitely, come on camera, you are definitely going to be feeling vulnerable and alone. Going through this, if you haven't already been feeling that, you will be feeling that. Try to move past that, like I said, because it's just shifting you into a much better place, a better you. Not that there's anything wrong with you now, but it's growth, right? So when we grow, we expand into a better us. Yeah, no kidding. Big changes. You are definitely going through some big, big changes right now, Sagittarius. Huge. And you're going to feel it. Just move through it. That is the very best advice Spirit can give you right now. Just keep moving. Slowly but surely, keep moving, because, like I said, you're heading for greatness. Absolute greatness. Okay, a card from the Just Ask Oracle. Thank you, angels. Live in the moment. Bottom of the deck. Live in the moment. Absolutely. Let go of that past. That is what you're being asked to do. This has been coming up quite a bit for the collective. I'm not sure why. Not a good idea right now. It's going to be different for all of you. Maybe not a message for some of you, okay? But whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, whether it be in business, your work, where you're living, who you're in partnership with, whatever is in the forefront of your mind, this is going to be something that's on your mind frequently. What do I do here? Do I do this? Do I do that? You've maybe got a plan. You've answered it yourself, but it's not a good idea right now. You're still moving very slowly forward into fruition. Allow this to take place. Do not overburden yourself more than you're already going to be with this process. So whatever this is, it doesn't mean it's not a good idea, period. It just means slow down, be patient, allow this to play out. Okay. I'm going to ask your guides what it is you need to do, be, think, and or feel, how you need to change those things in order to avoid this choppy water down here. You don't want to be there because you're just in the midst of bringing all of this goodness into your world. You just can't see it yet. And that's why you're here. That's why there's this imbalance. You're headed there. If you would rather not head there, you want some guidance in how to avoid this, click the link below for the extendeds. We'll go into my website, into the extended videos, and we'll get this figured out for you so you can move forward in a much better way and achieve these without too much strife. Those of you that are going over, I'll see you over there. Those of you that are not, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.